Wow, we have a lot of people that are holding and trying to get on. What area code should we go to? I mean, there's just so many here to pick from. Let's go to, I don't know, let's try the 857 area code. Who's calling today from 857?
Hey David, how you doing?
Good, who's this?
I'm Eddie from Boston.
Hey, Eddie, where in Boston are you?
I'm from Roxbury, born and raised, but I live in Mattapan right now.
Okay, very good. What's on your mind?
All right, cool. My quick question is, with this political climate right now, what's up with everybody voting against their own interests as far as economically their own interests versus what they feel? I guess I would label that as emotional politics.
Mm. Here's what is often missing. So I've talked about this a lot, and recently my thinking has evolved on it. Go back to the Tea Party, right? The Tea Party in 2010.
Right.
They all came out and they're advocating policies of cutting taxes for the rich and all sorts of economic policies that statistically will never benefit them. They're not going to be rich. Maybe one
Right.
out of,
Exactly.
10,000 will. Doesn't make any sense. Here's what we need to understand their motivation. And Jonathan Haidt wrote about this like 10 years ago, okay? They are
Hmm.
voting in the best interests of what they perceive to be their in-group. So even though, yes, we look at it and we go,
Mm.
they make 30 grand a year. Why do they want to cut taxes for people making over 500K a year? Doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
They
that's
identify,
one of my main things that completely blows my mind. I'm like,
right. And,
okay,
and what we have to
I
understand from the left is they have identified it's not so much a tribe, but it's groupishness to avoid the term tribalism. Their group wants that, so they are voting for it because they perceive that it is good for their group in total, even if it's unlikely to benefit
gotcha.
them personally. That's what we have to understand.
Okay, yes, I live in Boston. I make a lot of money. I consider myself above average middle class. I am black on top of all that, so it's. I sit back and I listen to my coworkers speak about. I'm like, okay, I know you're not doing economically too better or just better than me. So how do you guys just go out and vote for these people that don't care
Right.
about your well-being? And it just I don't know. I'm kind of this kind of just mind blown, man. I
Yeah,
don't.
at the end,
I mean,
so
there's
and
no
you just have
reason.
to
There's
think
no.
about it. You know how like with a beehive, the bee itself is not like the entity or the unit, it's the hive. And what one bee does is not necessarily for the benefit of the bee, it's for the benefit of the hive, whether it's a worker or they're pollinating or a drone or whatever. What you have to understand is that a lot of
Gotcha.
these political preferences are based not necessarily on what is actually good for the individual. It's what has been
Right.
adopted as the sort of orthodoxy of what is perceived as the political group. And that's why you get people voting in ways that
Jeez.
don't seem to align with their position economically.
Coming from where we come from, David, specifically in Massachusetts, we have a melting pot of everybody,
Yep.
everything, and viewing from the rest of the country and what they go through on a daily basis. I'm gonna say specifically the South or the Midwest and the racism and money equality and stuff like that, and you would think with general common sense basis that people would honestly do what's best for their interests. And I'm not saying that you have to be a leftist. I'm not saying that you have to be a liberal. I'm not
Sure.
saying none of that stuff. But whatever benefits you as a person and benefits your family and whatever makes you make more money and take care of your responsibilities better as a man or as a person, why would you go against that?
Yep.
That's
Well,
kind of weird to
you
me.
got
But
to,
thank you
there's
for your
much more
time, man.
complicated
Awesome.
dynamics that explain it. All right, Eddie, great to talk to you. Appreciate the phone call.
Yes,
Always
sir.
great to hear from our Boston based viewers. Okay, I'm out of
I've been
time.
following.
I will. Oh, and he disappeared. We have that strange delay. Sorry, Eddie. Eddie, I think he was about to say he had been following the show for what I'm sure is a very flattering amount of time. Okay, I'm out of time. That's it for today. We will take calls again.